This evening, family forgives man responsible for relative's death. Government to invest billions to improve Hinterland healthcare in 2019. Alcohol reportedly leads to violent confrontation between brothers. In the region, Central American migrants in Tijuana grow desperate awaiting asylum decision. And internationally, French government moves to end violent protests in the capital.
From Safe TV headquarters in South Rival Gardens, this is Safe TV Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Greetings to our viewers in Guyana and around the world. Today is Tuesday, December the 4th, 2018, and this edition of Headline News is now being streamed live on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you for joining us. During the Budget 2019 presentation in the National Assembly, Minister of Finance Winston Jordan announced the introduction of electronic tax services. This e-service provides a platform that enables individual taxpayers and companies to submit tax returns online. This follows the amendment to Section 3 of the Income Tax Act, Chapter 81-01. This is of the large taxpayer unit, which was established in 2017, aimed to provide proper and dedicated customer service. He noted that the unit is responsible for bringing in over $4 billion in revenue. According to Minister Jordan, an oil and gas unit will also be established within the LTU, dedicated to ensure appropriate revenues are paid to the state by petroleum producers. Ultimately, the Guyana Revenue Authority plans to make e-filing mandatory for those taxpayers to improve the efficiency of tax collection in 2019. The family of a deceased Peters Hall woman forgives the man allegedly responsible for her death. Esther Sober sat down with them and filed this report.
45-year-old Peters Hall resident Shondell Sparrow died last Saturday evening after being struck down by a truck on the Baggstown public road. Despite losing their loved one under such tragic circumstances, the Sparrow family stated that they have forgiven the truck driver that reportedly caused her demise. In an interview with Headline News, Shondell's older sister, Sandra Sparrow, spoke about her family's reason for forgiving the man that killed her sister and not wanting him to go to jail.
We have to. Because even before anybody come to us or anything, I told my mother, said, Mommy, I don't want him to go to jail. And I didn't know that he had a wife and he had children or anything until till they come, then I know. But we already had come to a decision.
The deceased woman was a clerical clerk at National Hardware who lived in the upper flat of their house with her mother, Doreen Sparrow, and other siblings. Though they have chosen to forgive the driver, the late Sparrow mother is still haunted by the memories of her daughter's demise.
Back into a strike for doing things. Mother just story she every day, every night. I was scared, thank you. But I just trying out farm. Everybody talk them, I just try, but I'm still taking on. I just try on our farm. But just, I don't know. I just go in my bed and I just lie down for the night and I just there crying. Because you see, when I get in she again, 9 baths, let's see, line a heart attack with she. And I spent 3 months in hospital and they cut me and stabbed me. So she bought me a little box, so in a little cartoon box I used to mind she. So when she get big, she never had a child. So she live in a she all the time she working.
In light of losing her sister, the oldest Sparrow is advising pedestrians and motorists to be wary using the road, whilst also hinting the need for more overpasses to be built.
I think they need to build another one because regardless of what happened there, you still have to cross the Demerara, across the pedestrians, and people don't look for you because remember, it's still a right away when the lights goes. They still need to build one across because that is what people are avoiding. You know, you got to you're going to that side and you still have to go to the overpass and then come and still have to cross the road. And people don't wait on you.
The late Sparrow is expected to be buried on Friday with a viewing of the body to be held at the Sandys Funeral Parlor. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. According to Government Member of Parliament John Adams, for 2018, Essequibo West Demerara Region 3 has seen the completion of, quote, 100% of its regional projects and 100% of the appropriated sum was expended, end quote. The MP explained that 94.5% of the region's $463.999 million allocated for its private sector investment program was expended, with 5.5% held in retention. He highlighted some of the works, which included the construction of the revetment at ASYLUM, Stanleytown, and Wickenham sluices, construction of irrigation control structures at Tushin, heavy-duty bridges at Good Intent, Zeelut, New Scheme, Levon Street, Virgin Nugent, and Metten-Meerzorg. Adams also noted that the reconstruction of the region's educational department's building, which was destroyed by fire in 2009, the construction of a special needs school at Schoonard, and works at Virgin Nugent Secondary School, Iflet Secondary School, Wales Primary School, West Demerara Regional Hospital, and the Lenore Diagnostic Center. Don't go away. Coming up after the break. Government to invest billions to improve hinterland healthcare in 2019. And alcohol reportedly leads to violent confrontation between brothers. But first, here are today's foreign currency exchange rates. For the latest in news from Guyana, the region, and beyond, visit our website, headlinenewsguyana.com.
Shop at John Lewis Styles in December and you could win one Amazon tablet or smartwatch every day. And that's not all. 4 persons will win $1 million to spend in the store. Just imagine, $1 million to spend on clothing, footwear, watches, fragrances, handbags, luggage, and accessories. Enter to win with every $5,000 you spend. So shop now to win one tablet or smartwatch every day and $1 million to spend in the store. John Lewis Styles. Simply different.
Fresh ingredients and Creole foods at the Cottage Restaurant and Cafe. Finger-licking boil and fry, meats cooked to perfection. No MSG added. We cater for vegetarians too. Breakfast and lunch available fresh Mondays through Fridays. We open 7 a.m. Get coffee, Milo, or our famous power porridge, filled with a blend of indigenous barks, natural fruit juices. Catering services and delivery available. Call 231-4343. Located at 16 Access Road, Kingston. The Cottage Restaurant and Cafe. Bringing back the good old days.
Christmas big, plus size big things big, we gone big, yeah. It's GTT Christmas. Merry plus size Christmas, Christmas big, plus size big things big, we gone big, yeah. It's GTT Christmas. Merry plus size Christmas, yeah. We giving you, yeah. We giving you. It's GTT Christmas. Merry plus size Christmas, yeah. We giving you, yeah. We giving you. It's GTT Christmas. Merry plus size Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho! It's the GTT plus size Christmas. There's always more to love with GTT. Terms and conditions apply. See gtt.co.gy for details.
To find all your beauty and hair care products, visit the newly constructed American Home and Beauty Center, located at Robb and Wellington Streets. We have a wide variety of beauty products, including cosmetics, perfume sets, hair extensions, hair care products, costume jewelry, accessories, and many more. Check us out on Facebook at American Home and Beauty Center, or call us on 226-4179. And remember to visit us at our mega location at Robb and Wellington Streets, across from CNS Channel 6.
93.1 Real FM. It's your favorite station for the best music from then to now.
Cause girls like you run around with guys like me to sides. Waste a day and spend the night. Me, are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside us. Sympathy things, them are your blessings, your blessing. Simple things are your...
Every day, all day for real music, real people, and...
Welcome back. On Monday, B Division launched its annual Christmas policing program. Deputy Commander of B Division, Superintendent Wayne DeHart, told reporters that the division has put in place a number of strategies to make the area safer for residents and visitors during the Christmas period. DeHart said, quote, "We will be having mobile patrols day and night in the housing and business sectors. Patrols will be deployed in all sectors, vehicular, motorcycle, bicycle, and foot patrols in the main commercial areas." End quote. These areas include New Amsterdam, Rose Hall Town, Port Morant, Hampshire, Rosignol, D. Edward, Corriverton, and several villages along the Upper Quarantine. While the crime rate in Berbice has declined compared to this period last year, the Guyana Police Force reports that the county has experienced a 30% increase in armed robberies. Robberies using instruments other than guns showed a steep decline, with 7 recorded incidents this year as compared to 27 last year. Breaking and entering and larceny also showed a significant reduction from 168 cases in 2017 to 68 in 2018. Robbery with violence, according to the GPF, also had a decline, moving from 15 cases in 2017 to 13 in 2018. What would have been a normal day of drinking ended in violence for one family in Grove. However, Esther Sobers tells us that this may have not been the first violent, intoxicated confrontation between the two brothers.
In the community of Little Diamond, positioned between the villages of Prospect and Grey Diamond on the east bank Darara, lived 22-year-old Parchmanan Prasad, the suspect who's accused of stabbing his older brother, 26-year-old Yashe Prasad. According to persons in the area, on Sunday evening, the family was having a birthday party for their sister when an argument ensued between the two brothers. It was then the older Prasad armed himself with a piece of wood and hit his brother in his head. However, according to one resident, this is not the first drunken confrontation between the siblings.
I'm always drunk and fight.
It is not a surprise to you that one brother stabbed the other brother.
No, the regular, the yard over there. One of the man, the father for this Bible, they in the hospital. He did chop up some man, a big family story.
Sydney further stressed that the Prasad family would regularly abuse alcohol and lived under harsh economic constraints.
I tell you, I say, I don't sell from here. Because I got license for sell rum. I could show a little license. And she said she went to hospital yesterday. I said, Mama, I selling rum and I tell her, don't drink.
How often would you see the family or most of the brother drinking?
The father drunk every day. The mother drunk too. Yeah. When she go back and get the money, then buy rum and drink.
In the Little Diamond community, several rum shops are situated in the street, which allows commuters to easily access alcohol in the morning hours. Sydney is alleging that they are operating illegally.
If you notice, you got 4 shops in a line here, right? I will say this is the only shop that's paid GRA. All the other shops is brokers. They sell things, they sell malt, banco, this and that, they sell it, but they don't have license to sell it.
Meanwhile, the older Prasad is in a critical condition at the Georgetown Public Hospital, whilst his brother is in police custody. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. The government is investing billions in healthcare infrastructure in 2019. These works will be executed in several regions, more specifically those in the hinterland and far-flung areas. Here's more in this report. The Ministry of Public Health has allocated $3.2 billion for infrastructural works to be undertaken in 2019. The works will include construction, rehabilitation, and maintenance of health facilities nationwide. These funds fall specifically under the ministry's Regional Health Services Program. Reflecting on improvements within the public health sector during her Budget 2019 speech, Minister Cummings noted that this has contributed significantly to community development and makes way for the establishment of a more integrated and comprehensive service delivery system. The upgrades will supplement works that were undertaken this year. The Shulenab Health Post, Aishalton District Hospital, Lethem Regional Hospital Laboratory, and Nurses' Quarters in Region 9 underwent significant infrastructural upgrades during 2018. The minister added that due to the vast size of this particular region, the establishment and upgrading of all health facilities is imperative for national growth and will ensure all persons in need of health care can access it in a timely manner. The focus placed on this region in 2018 serves as an example and model for the health infrastructural works which will roll out in other hinterland regions in 2019 and onwards. Don't go away. Coming up after the break. Central American migrants in Tijuana grow desperate awaiting asylum decision. And French government moves to end violent protests. But before that, here's this week's Bridge Attraction schedule.
Christmas big, plus size big things big, we gone big, yeah. It's GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas, Christmas big, plus size big things big, we gone big, yeah. It's GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas, yeah. We giving you, yeah. We giving you. It's GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas, yeah. We giving you, yeah. We giving you. It's GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho! It's the GTT plus size Christmas. There's always more to love with GTT. Terms and conditions apply. See gtt.co.gy for details.
93.1 Real FM. It's your favorite station for the best music from then to now.
Cause girls like you run around with guys like me to high. Wasted days spending night. Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside us. Simple things, them are your blessings, a blessing. Simple things are your.
Every day, all day for real music, real people, and real vibes. Come on! 93.1 Real FM.
Real FM.
The people's choice.
Fresh ingredients in Creole foods at the Cottage Restaurant and Cafe. Finger licking boil and fry, meats cooked to perfection. No MSG added. We cater for vegetarians too. Breakfast and lunch available fresh Mondays through Fridays. We open 7 a.m. Get coffee, Milo, or our famous power porridge, filled with a blend of indigenous barks, natural fruit juices. Catering services and delivery available. Call 231-4343. Located at 16 Access Road, Kingston. The Cottage Restaurant and Cafe, bringing back the good old days.
For all your beauty and hair care products, look no further. Visit American Home and Beauty Center, 72 Rob and Wellington Streets, Georgetown, opposite CNS Channel 6. We have in stock a wide variety of brand name beauty products, cosmetics, perfume sets, hair extensions, hair accessories, costume jewelry, and much more. Come and shop in a spacious and comfortable environment with affordable prices and great customer service. American Home and Beauty Center is your one-stop shop. Telephone 226-1497. Opening hours Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Close on Friday between 12:30 and 1:30 p.m.
Shop at John Lewis Styles in December and you could win one Amazon tablet or smartwatch every day. And that's not all. 4 persons will win $1 million to spend in the store. Just imagine, $1 million to spend on clothing, footwear, watches, fragrances, handbags, luggage, and accessories. Enter to win with every $5,000 you spend. So shop now to win one tablet or smartwatch every day and $1 million to spend in the store. John Lewis Styles, simply different.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go. Welcome back. And we now take a look at news from the region. Most Central American migrants stuck in the Mexican city of Tijuana say they do not want to cross to the United States illegally. They are prepared to endure the months-long wait to submit their asylum claims at an official port of entry. But as the wait grows, so too does their desperation. Al Jazeera brings us that story.
The fence is 3 meters tall. The American soldiers on the other side carry guns. Some Central Americans have made it across and are waiting to be picked up and ask for asylum. But back at the migrants' shelter in Tijuana, Rosa Castillo knows what it's like to try and fail. She's been through all of this before. She says in 2013, gang members burned down her house in Honduras. She fled to the U.S., where she was detained for more than a year as she waited for an answer to her asylum claim.
They didn't give me asylum. They deported me to Honduras, but I couldn't stay there because the gang that burned my house was still looking for me.
So she immediately left Honduras again, and for the last 5 years has been living in Monterrey, Mexico, where she cleans houses. She says she joined the caravan, hoping the U.S. would open its borders to a group of so many, but she was wrong. Now she's warning first-time asylum seekers to not get their hopes up.
I tell everyone, if you have your children with you, maybe you have a chance. But if you're an adult by yourself, you won't make it.
At a base camp at the foot of the U.S. border wall, most people here say they would rather not try to cross the border illegally. They prefer to endure the months-long wait it takes to submit an asylum claim at an official U.S. port of entry. But as that wait grows, so too does the desperation.
Look at the conditions, especially in these 2 largest camps. It really speaks for themselves, because no one would bring their children to walk on foot for weeks at a time, live under these kind of conditions where there's garbage, where there's no drainage, where it's impossible to keep dry, where they're cold, if they weren't fleeing something that was so terrible that they had no other choice.
For Rosa Castillo, now there is only one choice. She'll have to stay in Mexico. She's joined the long line of Central Americans applying for Mexican work permits as they wait, facing an uncertain future. Heidi Jo Castro, Al Jazeera, Tijuana, Mexico.
And in international news, French Prime Minister Edouard Philippe on Tuesday announced the suspension of the controversial fuel tax increases planned for January 1st in a move aimed at bringing an end to weeks of violent Yellow Vest protests against the tax. Here's France 24 with more.
For over a year, Emmanuel Macron's government has refused to give in to street protesters, a strategy they've managed to keep until now. In a highly anticipated speech on Tuesday, French Prime Minister Edouard Philippe announced a list of concessions in response to 3 weeks of persistent and at times violent demonstrations.
I am convinced that the state must remain strong and firm. But it is first and foremost the guarantor of public peace. Setting a course and sticking with it is a necessity in order to govern France, but no tax should endanger the unity of the nation.
The concessions include a 6-month suspension of 3 fiscal measures, including the fuel tax hike, a temporary halt in plans to tighten automobile maintenance tests, freezing upcoming increases in electricity costs until May of next year, and a plan to create national dialogue on taxes and public spending. One of the Yellow Vest movement's main demands was that the government permanently suspend the tax increase. They had also asked for a higher minimum wage and the reinstatement of a wealth tax that President Macron abolished last year, 2 proposals the Prime Minister did not address. Some have already called for another round of demonstrations next Saturday. Perhaps in anticipation of another protest, the Prime Minister said it must be declared in advance and take place calmly, warning that authorities would use all necessary means to enforce law and order. Saturday's unrest was among the worst France has seen in decades. In Paris alone, more than 400 people were arrested and over 100 injured.
Here's the 3-day weather forecast. And that's Channel 2 Headline News for this Tuesday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, headlinenewsguyana.com. You can also tune in 6:30 tomorrow morning for a rebroadcast and Wednesday evening at 7 for more news. For now, I'm George Gonzalez, signing out from this newscast saying thank you for welcoming us into your home, and do have a blessed evening.